Well, greetings, everyone, and welcome to California. I know you've been here for a few days, and I just want to say thank you for all you do. And it is truly, truly an honor to be here. And I see and know that there are so many friends in the room. For me, the House of Labor has always felt like home. So let me start by thanking Jerry McEntee for your leadership. I challenge anyone to name a leader who works harder, longer, and stronger for working people in this country than Jerry McEntee. And of course, we have the great Willie Pelote, who in California has helped build AFSCME into one of the smartest and most effective voices for working families anywhere. So delegates, I know you've been here for a few days, and I know you have a bunch of speeches yet to go, so I plan on keeping it simple. I'm not going to dwell on Wisconsin, but I will say this. In these times, we have got to remember that wonderful advice from Coretta Scott King. And she said, "Freedom is never really won. You earn it and you win it in every and each generation." So brothers and sisters, let's pick ourselves up. We may have lost one battle, but now it's time for us to step up, stand up, and win the war. Because, folks, we've got a fight on our hands, and we all know what's at stake. What's at stake this year is the basic idea that in these United States of America, our economy should work for everyone. It's the idea that AFSCME and the entire AFL-CIO have always stood for. From the day you are born till the day you die, no matter who you are or where you come from, every American should have a shot at a good education, at a job that pays the bills, the dignity of home ownership, the security of a safe retirement, and the faith that our children will have an even greater chance than we did. These are the values that built this country, and as you all know too well, these are the values that are under assault today like never before. And brothers and sisters, you are here from all over the country, and you represent every public service job. And I know you did not come to Los Angeles just for this week. You came to Los Angeles for the next generation. And so, we're here not to celebrate, we're here to activate. And AFSCME, one thing is absolutely clear. It is not, and it is simply not enough to fight back. We need to fight forward. We're not going to win by playing defense. We need to go on offense. And that starts right here in California. Now, I know in our national elections, sometimes the pundits like to discount the relevance of California. But I say to them, if you really want to know what this election is about, you need to come to California. You need to see the forest of foreclosure signs. You need to talk with the thousands of good families stuck without a path out or a way up. Go to Stockton, California, and meet the people there. Folks in Stockton aren't proud to be in America's foreclosure capital, but they have no reason to be ashamed. Stockton wasn't just the epicenter of the housing crisis, it was the scene of the crime. A crime perpetrated against our middle class, attacking the stability and security of our communities, undermining the very institution of homeownership that has always been our defining dream. They placed bets on Wall Street, but we paid the price on Market Street and Main Street from Los Angeles to Lansing. And members of AFSCME, I am here to tell you, we cannot afford to go back to the policies that crashed the system, back to the credit swaps, to the money games, the era of loose rules and lax enforcement, policies that cost the average American a full 40% of their net worth, policies that have resulted in our young people facing the spiraling cost of higher education and student loan debt, who find themselves forced to mortgage their futures for a spot in the unemployment line. Policies that have caused seniors on a fixed income to be forced to choose between groceries or the prescription drugs they need. Homeowners, many victimized by fraud, now locked out by the millions, out of luck, in the cold, and on the street. As a matter of fact, did you know that 1 in every 5 Americans who has a mortgage is underwater, and the bank is knocking at the door? So AFSCME, we need to go on offense. And let me tell you what that means. You might remember that after more than a year of standing tough against the banks and standing alone when necessary, California won a victory that led the banks to provide billions of dollars of relief for homeowners. And with this resolution in place, we are now fighting for passage of the California Homeowner Bill of Rights, and it will serve as a model for the entire nation. The Homeowner Bill of Rights says that if you have a mortgage and you are worried about falling behind, you should be able to pick up the phone and talk to a single point of contact. Someone at the bank who knows and understands your situation. No more runaround, no more faxing over the same mountain of paperwork that you faxed last week, right? Our Homeowner Bill of Rights says that if you're in talks with the bank to save your home, they shouldn't be able to turn around and with no notice push you out the door. And if you're foreclosed, the bank should bear the burden of proof, not the homeowner. And AFSCME, I want to take this moment in particular to thank you, because you, as a group, have been a leader in helping us fix the mortgage mess here in California. And frankly, we'll need your help for the final push. We're going to have a critical vote next week, and we need to move this bill forward. And we need to make this Homeowner Bill of Rights become law. So let's stay on offense, keep fighting forward, and give our people a strong Homeowner Bill of Rights. And we need to keep moving and fighting forward, whether it is that, whether it is protecting our democracy from being up for auction or defending the Affordable Care Act, whether it's justice for homeowners or quality health care for every family in this country. And on that point, there is nothing more important than returning President Barack Obama to the White House. And I'll tell you ultimately what I believe this election comes down to. It's a vision of our future where everyone prospers, where hard work pays off and responsibility is rewarded, versus a philosophy that prompts its leaders to say, I like firing people. It's a vision where everyone gets a fair shot and everyone does their fair share, versus a philosophy that blames the nurses, the domestic workers, the librarians for our problems. It's the confidence that we can get this country moving again for our middle class, versus the cynicism that says corporations are people. The same logic that says AIG was too big to fail, but that a regular family's home is too trifling to matter. I'll tell you what's too big to fail. I say it's our middle class that is too big to fail. I say it's the American dream of home ownership that is too big to fail. A fair shot at a college education and the skills to get a good job that's too big to fail. It's the right to organize and bargain collectively that's too big to fail. It's our vision of an inclusive society that is too big to fail. Marriage equality is too big to fail. The rights of women are too big to fail. Our immigrant communities are too big to fail. Health care for everyone is too big to fail. And brothers and sisters, when we work together, when we pull together, always remember, we are too big to fail. Thank you.